Alright, so here's a video on everybody that does bike builds or just wants to freshen up their bike, make it look new, freshen up the aluminum, and have it like that nice shine, that factory shine. So we're going to do an example on the RM125 swing arm. This isn't really considered an RM build video, but this is basically how to clean up any aluminum piece on your dirt bike without expensive vapor honing or having to ship it out to some vapor honing place that does it. You can just buy these pads and get a pretty good finish from it. I'll leave these linked below to Prima Max. Cameron Nima sells these on his website. These are the basic cleaning pads right here. I got 2 of those, and then this one is the stronger one, more aggressive, where it would take off any like casting marks. For example, if you want to on your triple clamps, say you were going to get them powder coated and you want to get rid of these casting marks and smooth it all out so it looks nice, it'll take that all off and have it all normal smooth. So I'm not going to use this one, but I'm going to use the more fine ones to shine it up, get all the small blemishes out. These will clean some like little scratches and blemishes, but obviously this one's a lot more coarse and will rip through that stuff a lot easier. But the majority of stuff I would recommend just these if you're trying to shine up your aluminum parts and get them all brand new. I gotta swap it out on the wheel here. This one's been used quite a bit. It's pretty short, so we'll swap that out. I'll take all the stuff off the swing arm, the chain guide, slider, and then we'll get going here. Start cleaning this thing up, and we'll get a little before and after. Maybe I'll do a couple other little parts to have a better example on what's going on. But a little before, give a little run over. The bottom's pretty bad. I ideally should put this in my parts washer first, but I don't have time for that. We're just going to go right at it and start shining it up. It's going to be difficult to get some of this stuff in here, but we'll make it work. Swap this out and we'll get going. If you guys are new and you want to see this RM125 take shape, look brand new, make sure you subscribe. I have the whole engine torn apart. If you missed that engine teardown video, it's on the channel or linked below. Along with that, I should have a bunch of riding videos coming up on the 250, the e-bike, once I get the stuff in for the KX, coming very soon now that the weather's getting better. And we should be able to ride more. So if you found this video helpful, like the video, helps me out a lot, helps push the channel, helps push the videos. Let's jump into this and start cleaning this swing arm up. So here's an update after about probably 20 minutes. I'm trying to get the best angle so you can see what's going on here. basically for 20 minutes of work. The rest from here I would probably do by hand to kind of smoothen it all out, make it more kind of the same along the whole thing. But this all depends on how shiny you want it, how you want it, the final finish to look. You can go crazy and have this thing like polished, chrome and mirrored if you wanted to, but I'm not going for that look. I'm just trying to make it as like dull shiny as possible. So in order to do this whole swing arm, I mean, it could take up to 2-3 hours, to be completely honest, to get every little nook and cranny and get it all kind of the same by hand and doing it with the wheel. I think what I'm gonna do for this is do the one side how I would want it for video purposes example, and then do some other parts kind of so then this video is not so boring with just the swing arm. So yeah, here's the example. I'm gonna do some of this by hand, and then I'll come back to you and kind of show you the semi-finished product, aside from getting some of the stuff in the nooks and crannies, which I would put in the parts washer and clean out a little bit better than what it is right now. So I'm gonna do this by hand, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, so here's I think kind of what the look I'm going for is. More of like an OEM, not super shiny, but not dull. Hard to get a good angle on this thing to see how it actually looks in person, but I might actually take the coarse wheel and smooth it out a little bit, get some of the major blemishes out, little dings and whatnot. But for the most part, I think this is kind of the look I'm going for, honestly. If you compare this, get a good angle on here, compare that to like a brand new bike finish, if my camera will even pick it up. So we got that compared to that. It's pretty close, I'd say. Coming over to the bench, I'm gonna try and do, I guess we'll do the kickstart would be a decent example. I have all the other parts off at zinc plating, so I don't have too many of them, but we can do the engine mounts. These will clean up pretty nice. I could try and do the Suzuki cover, but that's gonna have to strip off a lot of stuff, so I'm not gonna do that. Same thing with the clutch cover, that's got like some paint on it, so that'll have to get sandblasted. But I guess I'll get started on these and then we'll go from there, see how these turn out. The thing would be like the linkage, that's pretty easy to do, it's all pretty much flat. But we'll get going on these and see how these turn out. Alright, so here's a little finished look, or semi-finished, besides me kind of going over them by hand, but these things came out so good. Really shiny. I don't know the best angle to kind of get to show this thing, but from before and how it looked to now, after this probably took me 15 minutes or so, kickstart looks pretty solid, I'd say. And then I'm still probably going to go over that a little bit more. And then the engine mounts came out pretty good. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'd highly recommend these pads. Honestly, if you're doing a full bike, I'd probably buy 4 or 5 of these, or get a 6-pack. You might have a 6-pack on the website, but at least 4 I'd say to do a full bike if you're going in like super detail. But as you could tell, here's after probably an hour and a half of using it. Here's an 8-inch pad. He has 6 inches also. It's probably slimmed down a little bit, so you can take that for what it is on how many you think you need to do your parts on your bike. Really doesn't get too much better than that. So clean. Oh, I'd recommend wearing goggles or safety glasses because this stuff sprays up and you don't really want that in your eyes. It's a better look in the sun, getting that shine on these things. Things look pretty much brand new. Smoothed out really nice, and honestly after this, both of these combined probably took, I don't know, 30-ish minutes. So not too long considering the before and after. So if you take your time, you can get some really good results with this thing. Honestly, for what it is and how much these things cost, you can't go wrong with stocking up with a few pads, having them for your bike builds, or just honestly, if you have a brand new bike and just having the pad and not even using it on the wheel and just kind of using it as a pad to say shine up the swing arm, shine up your frame, they're not a bad thing to have. But like I said, I'll leave them linked below in the description. If you want to see more bike builds, how-tos, more in-depth stuff, let me know in the comments. If you want to see me do this stuff before the videos come out, you can follow both my Instagram pages at Tyler Monagan and at Project 2 Strokes, where I post all the bike build stuff before the videos, like days before the videos come out. Definitely pick yourself up some of these pads, check them out. And that's pretty much it on how to restore aluminum, how to make aluminum parts on your dirt bike look brand new. I'm stoked to see these cases cleaned up after they get vapor honed. This is going to be the best transformation for sure, just based on how grimy and dirty these things are. Like, this is probably one of the worst set of cases that I've had compared to the previous bike builds with like Hacks and CR. These things are grimy, along with pretty much all the other parts are pretty much the same. They're all really bad. Need a lot of work. Stuff will look all brand new. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos, bike builds, riding videos. Like the video, share it with your friends, and with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video.